Good morning. This morning I received a very interesting video from a friend of mine named Andy Jenkins online. The video was speaking about his eight rules of social media. I watched it. Was a 30-minute video. I watched it and I concluded to one thing. A lot of people think that being online is about having huge numbers. Sometimes those huge numbers can actually come back to haunt you, especially these days that a lot of old timers are starting to get hip to it, and they're putting this into the algorithm, and that helps them to determine which is better and which is not better. Since a lot of social media has been, 2 years ago, a lot of the social media content has been swapping the search engines, and what Google's and Facebook is basically trying to do is to get the most valuable up there. So let's take, for instance, the measurement. I have a Twitter page. I shut my Twitter page down last year when I proved this. This is just not coming out, but last year I shut my thing, my whole everything. I shut it down because I was having too many people. I had 20,000 Twitter followers, and I was only following 2,000. And that wasn't making me no money. And here I turned around now and got 200 people follow me on Twitter, and I'm following the 200, and I have skyrocketed all around the aspect of websites and the purpose of having a website. My content is being read, my content is being liked, my like pages are being liked, and so on and so forth. But the most exclusive part about these new algorithms is that you have to be, let's say for Empire Avenue was a cool game that was on Facebook, because it really shows it to you right there. You have to be social. You have to be social not at one moment. You have to be social like 24 hours a day. Your profile has to be moving in a steady rate as to show that you are there. In other words, if you want Facebook to pick you up, you have to turn on your Facebook and start putting stuff, not you just jerking down positive quotes, because you jerking down positive quotes ain't gonna get you nothing. It's about you going in there. If you put the positive quote and somebody responds to it, you respond back before the second one. And you can make your comments work for you. You can make everything work for you just by using it, making sure you respond back and forth. If me and you are friends and we don't have no dialogue from since we became friends, that will hurt your social profile. Just as simple and blank. If me and you are friends on Twitter, Facebook, and we are actually responding, sending emails, DMs, everything that's online, we use it, that will boost our social percentage up higher than the guy who has 20,000 people and me and yours just 2. So it's the interaction. Remember, social media is about interacting. So if you don't interact, your social media website ain't gonna do nothing. Telling people don't post that on my page is not very the welcoming way, because it's your profile page. Boss man, if it doesn't move and it's just you putting stuff into it, your profile page could have 100 million thousand peoples on it, and your content is not getting viewed. My content, on the other hand, will probably have 200 people and it's being viewed more than yours, because my 200 people are actually interacting with my content. So in a nutshell, quit posting like crazy people and start learning how to interact. You have to interact with other people for this to work. Alrighty? So that's my briefing on social media. Once again, I hate to shave, and this is Straight Talk. Peace out. See you in a couple of days, maybe an hour, maybe a month. Heaven knows, but it all depends on whatever I'm taking care of in the moment. So our website, www.straighttalk.biz. That's STRAIGHTALK.biz. Online, or look me up, Norman Flecha, Flecha, and my phone number is 434-298-HTML. Thank you, and signing out. Peace. And now this is my smoke break to talk about websites and me and Straight Talk. Right now I'm dealing with who? Tony Bailey and Steven Spencer. Both of them are developers. Both of them make websites for people, and they use other jobs. I only work one job. I only know one job. It's just doing what I do best. It's working with websites and developing. Although it's for myself most of the time. Or at least this year started off that way since I changed my pricing. But I will work for myself as long as I have to. I did it for 5 years first for free. And last year, when the economy changed around, that everything fell back, and I ended up with the child support that I had to charge because I had to pay $37,000. I had to create a business, and this is how I started charging. I was charging $500. This is hosting, building, designing, maintaining, changing, editing, social media, search engines, everything to do with that person's websites. I was doing it for them for $500 a year. And do you know that every last one of them was unappreciated? Every single one of them was unappreciated. Ain't now one of them appreciated nothing that was being taught because of my attitude, because I smoke pot, because I'm strict, because sometimes I'm an asshole, because everything of the above, except that I didn't, they can't say I never got the job done. That they can't say. Any one of them, and I will give you reference to all of them. Jerry Butler, billionaire, satisfaction is the key, Vizlaw, Thelma with GreatMaze.com. I got so much people, right? I could give you names. I had like 100 and something clients at one point, and none of them appreciate it. But they would prefer to go to a hosting company, pay them $6, and then get ticketed for every single thing they ever want. When paying $40 a month, it actually ain't a lot of money. When you have an open wide server, it ain't no limits. You don't need nothing else. Everything was there. So I don't get it. And now I turn around this year, and I'm charging how much? $5 grand. You hear me? $5,000. The guys who I'm taking work from, they charge $8 grand. I charge $5,000. I don't even have a website anymore because I use their website to promote me. Understand? And I have everything available online that's working. The same ones that they got for $8,000. I got them spoofed up with a lot more stuff in there, like double what they have. But I am charging $5 grand. $5 grand, you can break it down whichever way you want to break it down, but it's $5 grand, and it's going to be $5 grand per year. It ain't $5 grand forever. It's $5,000 per year, and you get the same thing I was giving before. Even better, because now I don't put nothing on my server. I actually go get a server for you and put it all up and pay it for the whole full year. If you pay me my whole $5,000, your whole server get paid up for the whole year, and everything else is inserted in there. It takes an average from anywhere from 1 month to 6 months to get a whole complete website, depending on how many I wanted to do this, then that, then this, then that, which is what I ran into with a lot of people too. You $500, you're telling me you're going to work one for the whole year, and trust me, they took it to the whole extent, and then they never promoted you because they turned around and said that they made it funny. So then they cut your water off, and they go around saying that they make it, and they harass you for the rest of the year. I learned that trick pretty fast. It didn't last them very long. I'm a person just like everybody else, and I'm human, and if you use me, I'm going to retaliate. And if you don't like it, then, it's how to work with it. My accomplishments, an A and a Better Business Bureau. They keep bugging me to pay them $500 for an A+. I'm fine with an A. It ain't nothing higher than an A. The only one higher is for you to pay $500, and that ain't gonna happen. I got Crunch. I got everything, man. Like any social media site you go on, you punch my name or my keywords, and you'll find me somewhere in there. I beat over the phone. They're trying to get the Straight Talk online. I got them for 5 years over them. They can have as many websites they want on search engines. Search engines is not the only place you find people, although I still come up with them in between. But how I said, Straight Talk is all about experimenting. I like to learn. I like the internet. Fortunately, I don't need to really work. I get my bills paid, and people love me, and they love me for who I am and who I was and what I've been. It ain't about trying to prove nothing to nobody. I like